What's up, world? We tapping in one time. I am your host, Joe Henson.
I'm Briley.
And we are Blyke Love. And we welcome y'all to the thing we do, man. Lame shit, different day. That's living as me every day. You know what I'm saying? That's lame shit. That's the only shit that's lame over here. You dig? Whew. I hope y'all feeling good. The energy's moving, you know what I mean? Like it's been a lot of energy shifting going on today, you know what I mean? Just in the world, you know what I mean? Like it's a lot of talking going on. It's just a lot, man. It's a lot of energy shifting, you know what I mean? And we just living in interesting times, man. We living in real interesting times. Like I don't know, man. We getting an awakening. We seeing each other and we seeing ourselves. You know what I mean? And we just seeing a lot of things that are done behind closed doors. We're seeing a lot of those things come to light. And I feel like that's a great segue into what we talking about today. You know what I mean? Cause I don't know, man. We wanna dedicate this episode to the people who might be going through it, the people who might find themselves battling within their relationship or partnership or any kind of relationship with another person. You know what I mean? That could be, you know, your spouse, or that could be a friend, that could be a family member, whatever. You know what I mean? But relationships, they had their ups and downs, shit move, you know what I mean? And a lot of times we don't exactly know how to maneuver in the dark. You know what I mean? It's cool. Everybody know what to do in the light. Like you get you a beach chair, you kick your feet up, shit good, vacation. But what you do in the dark though? Like what you do when you get on the Blyke side of love? You know what I mean? Like when you find yourself on the Blyke side of love, what do? You know? And what does that Blyke side look like? And for those who ain't from the South, I'm saying black, but we say Blyke. So Blyke. But I don't know, man. And it's interesting too, because I was already thinking about talking about this, but then I fucked around and came across the Will and Jada Pinkett Smith shit. And it was just, to me, more like a confirmation. Like, okay, yeah, we need to dive into this. But I don't want to dive into them because that's their life, you know? Like, that's their shit.
Pretty much.
I can't. That ain't for me.
I don't have a say so in somebody else's life.
Yeah, like that ain't for me to do. Like it ain't for me to say what they should do, what they shouldn't do, how they do their shit. Long as it work for them, long as they happy. Like I just care about them being happy. I care about their family being happy. I care about their family staying close. Like I care more about that than who fucking who. But that's an interesting thing though. Like when you think about like what actually happened, it's interesting because they were going through something as a married couple. And the whole concept of being married and separated but not divorced has always been interesting to me. Like that shit has always been interesting to me because in my mind I'm like, why you just not divorced? Like if y'all separated, why like I don't know how that line is drawn. You know what I mean? Like when you separate it, it's like, okay, I'm separated so you can see other people and it not be a violation of y'all vows or whatever. You know what I mean? Is that how that goes?
I honestly don't know.
Is that how that goes? I don't know. So y'all let us know in the comments because I really for real don't.
I always thought it was.
I'll find out.
I always thought it was like, I guess if a boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever was like, I need some time, I need some space, but they don't want to break up necessarily, just need to like, I need some space. That's how I took it. Like that was just the wording for married couples, like separate. I'm gonna separate from you for a little while.
So this is what I just Googled. It says Marital separation occurs when spouses in a marriage stop living together without getting divorced. We know that already. Married couples may separate as an initial step in the divorce process. I knew that already. I knew that already.
Yeah.
Or to gain perspective on the marriage and determine if a divorce is warranted.
Okay, that makes sense.
So basically what you just said about the boyfriend shit. Like being in a relationship with some shit and y'all just decide y'all gonna move out, but y'all ain't broke up. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. That's interesting. But they weren't together. But in the midst of them, I don't know, that gray area, and I done been in the gray area. I done spent a lot of time in that gray area. That gray area, really that gray area is just people who tend to be either confused or afraid. And sometimes, a lot of times probably it both. You know what I mean? Like, I knew for me it was a little both for me. You know what I mean? Like being in that gray area where like we together, but we not together. You know, but then also too, that was just lack of self-love on both ends. Needing to grow in certain areas. Like, cause it take courage to leave somebody you love. Like that shit take courage. That's not easy. Like not if you really love that person. That shit ain't easy. So it take courage to do that. And sometimes, just sometimes, you know what I mean? You can't find that courage. It ain't always as easy to just be like, man, fuck that nigga and be gone. Like some people hold a place in your heart that's very near and dear, and it'll hurt worse to not have them in your life than it would to endure having them in your life. Like it just depends on how you weigh that. But I feel like all long-term relationships get to that point, in my opinion. I don't know. It might be some people out here who just coasting and been coasting for goddamn 30 years, the whole marriage. And if so, power to y'all. Teach us. But like, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like that gray area, man. Like, cause when you think about it, it's like, damn, in that gray area when it's like we together but we not together. And I ain't just talking about living together. I'm talking about like that weird void space where you connected to somebody but y'all ain't connected. You know what I mean? Like y'all, it's like I'm single but it's complicated type shit. And that space, man, that's a dangerous space, because if y'all don't communicate shit clearly, somebody gonna fuck around and cross the line they don't need to cross. Yeah. And
it just leaves room for a lot.
Yeah, like
it leaves way too much room for a lot to happen that you wouldn't necessarily want to happen, especially like what you said, if it's not communicated. So is it a lot like room for trust issues to start coming in. You don't know, like you might still have feelings for this person and actually want them to come back, but they might be out living freely and fucking whoever they want to be with or whatever, and you out here just chilling, like just waiting on this person to come back. And then when you realize that they done did all of that, is like now you're crushed because you thinking you staying loyal.
Yeah. You start feeling dumb because you like, damn, I'm over here holding down the fort, not doing shit, leaving the door cracked open for you, and your ass and left the house and went near door and goddamn rocked out with your cock out or whatever, you know, hang out with your wang got, with your twang got, with your tang got, with your tang got. That's what it is for females. Hang out with your tang got. Your tang. Tang is a funny word. It make me think about that juice.
That's all I think about.
Tang. Got that. Well, we're going to say, well, nah. I don't know, man. Y'all little purse thing. Y'all little pocketbook thing y'all got down there. Like a little wallet. The one with the magnetic shit.
I thought you was talking about the one with the little balls that you gotta kind of
Yeah,
twist. Like,
them
I had the little
too.
coin
Them
pouches.
too. Yeah, them too, man. That what y'all got. I don't have no dope phrase for that. I don't have no funny phrase
Hot
for that though.
Pocket.
Yeah. What was your favorite Hot Pocket flavor?
I don't remember.
That pizza was that one for me.
That's the original go-to.
The pizza one with fire.
The ham and cheese though was good too.
Shit, that was the original go-to.
And I like the Philly cheese one.
That one good. I like the shit with the mozzarella. They had one with the mozzarella and I want to say like sausage or some shit like that.
The meatball,
something like that.
I think it was meatball.
The shit with the mozzarella though was fire. I like that one. But yeah, man, I ain't had no hot pocket in a minute, but I used to fuck them thing up before I start eating completely like a nigga. And I just like, hold on, let me change how I eat. Before all that, I used to fuck some hot pockets up, nigga.
When you wait till they cool off.
Oh my god, shit now.
Your tongue and the roof of your mouth messed up.
And see, I'm one of them. I'm an impatient eater. Like I eat fast as fuck. I don't even be realizing I'm eating fast. I go in. It's almost like I black out. But like dead ass, man. Like I don't wait for my shit to cool out, but my ass will blow on that bitch a little bit, and then I start twisting that bitch from one. Well, not twisting it, but moving that bitch from one side to the other.
You still burning your tongue though. You still.
Oh, shit, my tongue be in my mouth like this, bouncing that bitch around. My tongue be like this in my mouth, nigga. Like,
I be feeling heat everywhere.
Why is that fun? That's fun as hell to do, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. That shit fun, dog. Do that shit. Hey, do that shit, dog. That shit fun as hell. Hey, I'm stupid, man. But that shit fun. Fuck that. Man. Fuck that. I'm having fun. Damn that. Shit, nigga. That just added 3 points to my day. We in there, nigga. Shit.
3 points.
Yeah, man. You know, like good points. Good points to your day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were, each time I did that was its own good point. This was a good point in my day. That was a good point in my day. But yeah though, man. I don't know. Love is hard. It's crazy because love the easiest shit in the world, really. It's simple. It's really simple. It's really simple. But life's simple. But it's just, we complicate it because we're complicated beings. You know what I mean? But the shit really simple, man. You know what I mean? Treat people how you want to be treated. Like, to me, that sums up love. Like, hey, I want respect. I'm going to respect you. Who don't want respect? Who don't want trust? Who don't want loyalty? Who don't want communication? Like, for real communication. Who don't want somebody that they can trust their word? Like, when you say something, I know you're not lying to me. It ain't no deception. Who don't want that? Who don't want to not be cheated on? Like, don't nobody want to be cheated on. Y'all might do y'all thing now on some threesome type shit or going to like one of these sex clubs or some shit, but you don't want to be cheated on. That's different. It's different from when you agree to do some shit and when a nigga go out on his own and do his own shit. It's different. So it's like, who wants to be cheated on? Don't nobody want to be cheated on. So it's like, when you really sit down and think about it, anything you can possibly think of when it comes to love can be summed up in that one phrase, like treat people how you want to be treated. Like, talk to people how you want to be talked to. Handle people the way you want to be handled. Be as patient with the next person as you want the person to be with you. All of these are things that's simple, but because of our ego and our own personal experiences, it complicated. Because we wired so different, it complicated, especially men and women. Like, we wired different, so it complicated. It takes something that could be simple and beautiful, and that just requires maintenance regularly, daily. Like, people gotta realize this shit day to day, but like, it takes that, but it's really simple. But when you complicate it and all this other shit come into play, now it's like, shit, boy, this shit high maintenance. It's a lot you gotta do to fix it. It's screws and shit coming out of place and shit scrubbing and breaking and cracking and pressure and all this other shit. You know what I mean? And it just, it get hard. It get hard maintaining all that. Yeah, it be like, you be trying to catch that bit. All right, that's 4 point. But you be trying to catch that bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You be trying to catch that bit. Like, that bit be falling. You be trying to catch that bit. You know what I mean? And some people better at juggling than the others. But
yeah, some.
I know it might seem like I just be saying shit, but all this shit tie together now. You know what I mean? You just got to follow me.
Some tend to drop that glass a little more than the others.
I say the ball.
Okay.
Because check this out, right? If you drop glass, especially if it's cheap glass, and you drop it on a hard surface, that bit gonna break damn near every time.
But that's the same with love. Like, cheap
But
love is gonna.
But love can bounce back.
But see, I was gonna mention.
Love can bounce back.
I was gonna mention like the small cracks, the real fine cracks, and that's why I use glass, because it's some things. It's some cracks that'll be there that you don't necessarily even see.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're saying like when you pick it back up?
Yeah.
That's true. Depending on how the glass made, that's definitely true. I don't know, man. Maybe I just don't like the concept of us breaking. But I know we all get broken.
No, I get that, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all get broken. But see, this is my thing. When the glass get broken, I mean, unless you gonna take out which is just like love, unless you want to take out the time to get all these pieces and glue them shits together, like in the cartoons when they break the vase while the parents gone or some shit, and then they try to glue the shit together, then the parent get home and they break the shit anyway, or some crazy shit happen. It always end up breaking in the end. Am I talking about love or a cartoon? Cause all this shit, you know what I mean? All this shit parallel, like the nigga got down on the runway and shit. But I don't know, man.
I can understand why you use ball though instead.
Check this out. Love can bounce back. We gonna have to bounce back either way around it. Ain't no. It's just bars tonight, dog. It's bars tonight, dog. It's gonna be one of them nights.
It's gonna be you today.
It's gonna be bars. It's gonna be bars like this tonight. Cause like
it was last week for me, wasn't it?
Cause we always bounce back. Ain't no way around it. All right. But anyway, yeah. But check this out though, right? If you drop the ball and you ain't dribbling or trying to drop it, and it's an accident, sometimes when that ball drop, it don't bounce in your reach where you can grab it and all right, I got it again. Sometimes when that bit bounce, it go off and you try to grab it, but that bit might slip. Your finger might graze it or some shit. You know what I mean? It don't always bounce and land in your hand. So that causes more dismay. You know, that puts us out of control. But I don't know. We might be going a little too deep with this analogy, but it
makes sense.
That shit.
I mean, of course it makes sense, but
that shit, man. So I don't know, man. But that's how love is, you know? And
it's
that dark side, boy.
Yeah,
bye.
like
bye.
it's
bye.
Love is
the
very,
egg.
very bright, and light, and it feels great, right? But on the flip side of it, you can be extremely hurt by something that would make you feel so good.
But is it really love that's hurting you?
It's the thought of losing it.
Is that all it is? Could there be more? Is there more?
What you think?
I think it's definitely the thought of losing it. Cause that keep a lot of us up at night. Like just people. Especially people who like more anxious. You know what I mean? Like or thinkers. Like me, for instance. I'm a thinker, and sometimes I go in that pocket. Like I don't wanna lose this connection with this person because I love this person. I care about this person like family. This person has become family to me. You know, like this my partner, but in my family. Like me and her already family. We don't share a name, but we already family. But sometimes it get rough with family. But I consider her family. So the idea of me losing her, that don't vibe with me good. You know what I mean? Like that don't sit well within my
It feels
that shit throw me
as
off.
off something is being ripped away from you, like a part of you. To me, that's how it, like, if to imagine that was how it feels.
She always gotta be goddamn dramatic. It's ripped apart from
That's
you.
how it feels.
It feels like it's ripped apart from you.
It's like you ain't got, you just like,
it feels
think
like
about
it's
it.
ripped apart.
Well, you're not.
What's up?
I'm hairy, and
What's up?
certain type of band-aids, when you try to take it, it hurt. It hurt. So you feeling every hair being pulled. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
that it hurt.
Yeah. No, but I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean. But that's the thing, right? Like, we know people ain't gonna be in our lives forever. We know everybody come for a season and a reason. But it always hurt. Well, most of the time, it hurt when they get pulled apart. Because a lot of times, God do gotta pull people away from you because you try to hold on to them too much. When you see they start going in the opposite direction, you like, no, don't go. No, don't leave. How Kevin Hart be doing? No. I ain't got his top lip, so it don't look the same. That nigga top lip weird to me. But anyway, yeah, man. So you don't wanna let it go. I just think it because he don't have a mustache up there.
He ain't got no mustache.
Not to my knowledge. His sweat is very visible up there.
I ain't paid much attention.
Do Kevin Hart have?
I think he do.
Hey,
I think he got like a whole little goatee thing.
I know he got like the shit like this, but sometimes it just be looking like that nigga don't have a mustache, dog.
Unless it's just very thin.
It be looking like that nigga don't. In my brain, he don't have a mustache. He had one of them suspicious goatees. But I know that. But I know that.
You thinking about Tech 9?
Nah, I ain't talking about Tech 9.
Got one.
Tech 9 got a Harley Davidson nigga goatee. If you kind of can imagine if Tech 9 had like motorcycle clothes and shit.
You had to go to Old Kill.
Yeah, see, he don't always have. Oh, I be forgetting that nigga birthday the same day as Brian's. Happy birthday to my nigga Brian, man. Happy birthday to you. You know what I mean? That was last week, but it ain't Brian's birthday today. His birthday
was yesterday, wasn't it?
Nah, his birthday July 6th.
Oh, I'm July 6th. My bad, Brian. Happy birthday, though.
I text him, that nigga ain't answer. See what I'm saying? Like, you see that? But now, though, like, that shit, like, it's there. His mustache is technically there. But that nigga got a... It weird to me, man. I don't know. It weird to me.
His lip.
Like, the shape of it, it weird to me a little bit.
He just got a shadow, man. He got a shadow.
I don't know, man.
And it hides the little bit of mustache
I don't know, man.
that he does have.
I don't know, man.
Yes. That is what I'm sticking with. But I think it was a time he might not have had one, was it?
Yeah.
Like in his earlier career.
Yeah, that too. But sometimes that shit be too thin. And when it's too thin, it don't count, dog. Like, okay, look at this picture. Do you, like, you see it, but just look at it. Like, if you just look at it, it don't look like he got a mustache, dog.
I see it.
So you telling me when you first glance at this picture, it looked like he got a mustache?
Well, it is a little thin, but I do see one.
Like no, I ain't crazy, dog. I ain't crazy. Like, you gotta really look. Because at first you see this, and this shit is very definitive. And then the mustache is very vague. You don't, at first glance, you don't know if that's a shadow or you don't know what the hell that is exactly. I'm just saying he need to get his top lip situation corrected. All right, what about this? See, it just be thin. It just be too thin, dog. And he could be grouchy. Like, he like he could be grouchy cousin, dog. Hey. Don't he look like he could be grouchy young little cousin?
Yes. Or little brother. I can see little brother.
I can see little brother, but I think
but
cousin.
Definitely cousin.
I think cousin.
Definitely cousin.
I think cousin.
That's hilarious.
I'm over here fired. I'm over here roasting Kevin Hart. I need can't joke back. You lose, bitch.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing. I fuck with Kevin Hart though, man. We need him. Like he's a character we need to be for real. Like I fuck with what he represent. Anyway, I don't know if we're gonna use any of this. If we do though, shit, that cool. If we don't, that cool. Throw it away. Throw it away. Just throw it. You can throw it if you want to throw it. You want to throw it? Just do it. Do it. Just throw it away. That shit was funny, man.
Yeah.
Hold up. What did it say? Finger her while she gives you head? What? What is up with Instagram? Why do I feel like that's wrong? There's no comedy in it. It ain't funny. It ain't educational. That shit is just straight to this. Just
to someone that is educational.
Finger her while she gives you head.
Why are you on Instagram?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I ended up on Instagram some type of way. I might have clicked on a link that led to some Instagram shit. I don't know. No. I saw a notification. I don't like when my notifications had like the numbers.
Oh yeah, me either.
I hate
I don't
that
like
shit.
that either.
So I always go and click on it so it go away. I don't know why, but yeah, man, we're podcasting. It's random. It's random as fuck. But anyway, though, back to the matter at hand. I don't know, man. That Blyke side of love, though, that shit real. And like you think about people like Will and Jada, right? Like married couples. It don't have to be them, but just people who for real been married and put in time. You know what I mean? But like, how do you keep it interesting all that time? How do you not get bored with each other all that time? How do you not get tired of each other all that time? Like it's a long time, man. Like my parents was married 26 years and got divorced. You know what I mean? Like that's a long time, man. You would think by year 20, y'all smooth sailing. I don't want to say smooth sailing, but I mean smooth sailing in the sense like I'm where I'm gonna be. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you don't think you're gonna give a nigga 26 years and then be like, oh well, all right, I'm back out here single on some me shit again. Like that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. You can't rent nothing for 26 years. I can't think of nothing you can rent for 26 years, like on some payment plan type shit, unless you just really small, like, but doing the very bare minimum on some payment type shit. But even then, ain't nobody finna give you 26 years, nigga.
It took time to transition into your marriage, so it's gonna take time to transition out of it.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie now. That boy Chris Rock did say some shit like if y'all niggas was what he said, if y'all breaking up, I can't remember the exact number, but he was like, if y'all been together for 8 years, you was breaking up for 4. Like, so like basically however many numbers of years y'all been together, half of that y'all been breaking up. And that's some shit to think about. That's some real shit to think about, man. That's some real shit to think about. But you don't really know what that number is until y'all break up. But that's some shit to think about, though. You know what I mean? Chris Rock always drop gems, though. I ain't gonna lie. He dropped some gems now. He got the perfect last name. Cause that nigga dropped some gems.
Was that on the movie or his stand-up?
Stand-up. His stand-up to me be his best shit. I like his movies. The movies straight. They alright. You know what I mean? He got some movies. I'm like, like that movie when he was the white dude. When he died and he was the white dude. He could have cut that shit. I ain't gonna.
I forgot the name of that one.
Shit. I don't know. I think it's called like Down to Earth or some shit like that. Something like that. But he could have cut that shit. He could have cut that shit. Let me see. This is my research episode, guys. That's what I'm doing this episode. I'm researching. I'm grabbing my phone and I'm doing shit in it. On camera.
Who needs to know? Who wants to know? I don't know. That might be a completely different movie.
I know my movies now. I know my movies, dog.
I forgot about. Okay. I
know my movies, dog.
Okay. I had
Don't
to see
try
the cover.
me, dog. You didn't try me. I just wanted to say that. Stop trying me. But yeah, man, like I don't know. That nigga said finger her while she gives you head. I don't know, it's something about the phrase finger her that just make it seem so wrong. It's just, I don't know. It just, that don't sound weird to you? Finger her. Like, what? Finger her. A noun being used as a verb. Finger her. I'm going to take my fingers. I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to finger her so hard.
Fingers just don't sound appealing to me.
It don't. But some girl like that. I don't know.
Some.
I don't know. I never, in my mind, I imagine that don't feel good. Like, nigga just taking his fingers and just all up in your shit. You know what I mean? Like, that just don't seem like that would feel good to me. So I ain't never really been much of a fingerer. I never, ever had that moment where I was like, smell my finger. I never done that. Ever. I've had it done to me. And that was fucked up. That was fucked up,
You gotta
Brian.
give full warning.
That was fucked up, Brian. Listen to me. That was fucked up, bro. That was fucked up, dog. Look, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. Nah, man, but for real though, that was ugh. You ever heard people say the sense of smell is like one of them strongest senses we have, so much so to the point it'll trigger your memory. Like you can remember some shit if you can remember shit down to the smell, or if you can remember the smell, is how they said it. The sense of smell is one of the strongest ways to trigger your memory. That's what it was. Yep. Have you ever heard that? I believe it because I know like the day he did that to me, that was fucked up, Brian. The day he did that to me, I go back to the neighborhood we was in. I know the exact smell. If you gave me like some papers with like perfume and then coochie scent on it, that little coochie scent on it, I know which one is the coochie.
Oh,
that shit was distinctive. It smelled the way I always imagined Pepe Le Pew shit smelled when he did the little spray shit.
That's horrible.
When cause I know you envision what that smelled like. Did you ever envision what that smelled like as a kid?
I've always wondered.
I imagine that shit. I imagine that shit. Like I bet that shit stank just like that. And then Brian did that, and I was like, "Yep, that shit stank." But like even the temperature that I felt from his finger, and I guess her coochie air on his finger, like I distinctively know what that feel like. I know what that warmth felt like, and I still remember it. Yeah, man.
You didn't have to go that far into detail.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That was fun, man. Man, had my fun. That was fun. I enjoyed it. But that's
I'm
real
bothered.
though. That's hey, but that's how the strength.
Because I feel like he did it to me now.
Yeah, I can go deeper, but I ain't. But yeah, man. Oh man, the camera battery is blinking. I have to change the battery. Y'all stay tuned during these commercial breaks. During this commercial break. Yeah, I said it right. Hold on now. You say what?
I was saying yep.
Okay, hold on now. Why I gotta do my hand about it?
Cause I do.
No.
You just see me do it so much. It's just
no.
Okay.
Hey, Bill. Yeah, boy. Hey, boy. Hey. I was checking the mic.
Are we still? Okay.
I don't know where I left off. Okay, I remember where we left off before I veered off in Adventureland. The smell. No, I'm just playing. That ain't where I left off. But no, for real though, my parents were together 26 years, and I think about like what all they endured in that time. Most of which I don't know. Like they kept. I was in the dark about a lot of my parents' shit when I was younger. Now it was certain shit though that I did catch wind of, or that my mama just put me on game about or told me about. But for the most part though, I didn't really know a whole lot, and I ain't see a whole lot. But I can imagine though, especially being 35, like I can imagine like shit, 26 years, nigga. Cause I done been in some lengthy relationships, and just in the little time me and Kaya have been together, we've been together 6 years. But in that 6 years, shit done got real many a times. You know what I mean? Like just in our lives. And we don't have kids, so when you add in kids, and see my mama got pregnant 5 times, lost 2 of her kids, and had 3 of them, and still thankfully got all 3. So they had to go through that. They had to go through crib death and a miscarriage, and it's like, damn, I know they had to take a toll on their marriage. You know what I mean? And then having us 3, and it's all boys, and we just some other type of niggas, and it's all 5 of us, some other type of niggas, 5 of us in the same house. My whole family is like weird. All of us have our own kind of weird, and our own kind of strong-mindedness, and our own kind of fire, and our own like independent mind, and just so much other shit. Like just a lot of shit in our family. Like each one of us could have our own show. Each one of us. And it'll be 5 completely different shows, but they'll be equally weird, crazy, and then like what the fuck type shows. So having all that in the house, I know that affected their marriage too. It's just a lot of shit I think about, man. You know what I mean? Then even little shit like just getting older, like meeting each other at goddamn 18, 19, getting married at 21, and turning 40 together. Like that shit, it gotta affect something. You know what I mean? Like
you're literally growing together. Like you're growing up together.
And as you growing, you changing, because your brain changes as you get older.
So while you going through your changes, your spouse is going through theirs as well.
Yeah. It's just a lot that can happen, man. So like when I heard about the Will and the Jada shit, to me, I was just like, I get it. You know what I mean? I'm not, I can't say what's right or wrong in the scenario, but I get it though. Like, I get it. Like, and I think about that with me and Kaya. I think about like with me and Briley. I think like, damn, like, I see her as somebody that's gonna be in my life forever. Like I see her as my life partner. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, if we really do ride this shit out for the rest of our lives, like how are we gonna keep this together through everything? Like it's a lot of shit that's gonna come. How we gonna keep it together through everything? And my only for real answer is God. That's my only for real answer. Everything else, I can say it, but it just sounds good. But in reality, the only real thing I know that can keep this stuff together as far as like relationships over so long of a period of time, me and her relationship with whoever, God. Like y'all gotta, if y'all even believe in God. Now, if y'all don't believe in God and shit, y'all gotta believe in each other and ride that out. You gotta do something though. You gotta believe in something bigger than you, because if it ain't bigger than you, you'll leave out of selfishness and fear. You'll leave because it's like, shit, I don't like this. Fuck it. You know what I mean? And that's something we all battle. We all battle that. That's normal as fuck. But still, though, it's like when you fighting for something bigger than how you feel, you'll stay. You'll stick it out. You'll ride it out. And it always get better, man. If y'all try and put forth the effort, both of y'all, and it's mutual and it's a lot of reciprocation and intimacy, and I don't mean intimacy like fucking, but that too, because that helps. You need that. That's like, to me, sex is like using Ethernet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get why
like
you say that.
Me and you, we're connected right now. by Wi-Fi. But when we like embrace or like have sex or something, that's direct connection.
Direct, yeah.
That's direct. You don't get no better service with the Wi-Fi than you do with the Ethernet, nigga. The Ethernet gonna hold you down, nigga. Unless your cord janky or your port. But that bitch gonna hold you down.
Cord or port.
See? Bars, dog. Ain't even trying. It's just so many ways to take everything that's said. Cause I really didn't even think about it like that.
I thought you did.
Nah.
Nah, I immediately went there.
Nah. But nah, man. So I don't know. It's just all this stuff, man. It take a lot to keep it. You know what I mean? It take a lot to hold on to it, man. You gotta have big hands to hold on to love, and they gotta be strong. You know what I mean? Like, they gotta be strong, man. You gotta have upper body strength, boy. You gotta have a strong back. You just gotta be built for it, man. Cause this shit ain't easy. So like I can understand like when Jada was like she hadn't felt good in so long, she just wanted to feel good. I get that. But at the same time, I don't think going to fuck somebody is the way to do it. But that ain't my situation. You know what I mean? That ain't my thing. In more ways than one. So like whatever worked for her, man. What they say was good for the goose is good for the gander or some shit like that.
I'll mess it up. So I'm not
probably
gonna try.
did. Look, I already messed it up more likely, but y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. You know what I mean? But it just, I don't know. You just gotta do what work for you. But on that Blyke side though, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's a lot of shit over there that can slowly or quickly like drain the life out of your relationship.
It's my bad.
Oh no, go.
Insecurities.
Oh well, then yeah, I was just about to say that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Insecurities bleed into the relationship, whether they're your own, whether they're your significant other, both of you guys. It can be from the past. It can be from previous stuff that y'all might, the present stuff that y'all might actually be going through.
It could be the future.
Or the fear of.
Yeah, exactly. It could be the future. You could be insecure. I mean, you could be insecure about so much shit. Like, cause honestly, in America especially, like they groom you to be insecure. They make you purposely seem like they make you insecure. Like from school to how the government shit operate to how organized society operates. You know what I mean? Like they
competition and comparison.
Shit, yeah. And they constantly making sure that they show you like you're not good enough. And in order to be good enough, you got to be this and you got to do this and you got to act this way and you got to think like this or move like this. You know what I mean? So if you don't align with that because that don't align with you, you could fuck around and feel insecure and think you're not good enough because you're measuring yourself to something that's not even, you can't measure yourself with that. You know what I mean? Like,
we really shouldn't, I'm speaking to myself, but we really shouldn't compare each other because we all are one of one. So why even try to compare yourself to the next when you are unique to yourself? No one can duplicate that. So and why be envious or upset or jealous or whatever word that fits you because you don't have what this other person have? What do you have? Yeah.
No, I didn't want to do that. I'm still on that. That was fun.
But what do you have? What do you have to offer yourself as well as the world?
Well, let's get to yourself first. What do you have to offer yourself? You know what I mean? Cause like I'm a firm believer you can't love somebody until you love yourself, man. Like you really, 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 really gotta love yourself. I ain't really for real learn how to love myself, or should I say, I didn't learn in what ways I was in my way and stopping me from loving myself until like 2015. And ironically, it was a Jada Pinkett video that helped me. Like it was a piece to a puzzle that I was missing. Just one piece. You know what I mean? And it was a Red Table Talk now that I think about it. And I didn't even know it was Red Table Talk. I had no idea Red Table Talk was even a thing. I just thought they was in the crib talking and somebody filmed it. I knew it was like a production, but I just figured this was like a one-time thing that they were doing. I didn't know this was a ongoing thing. I didn't know no name for it. It was just a little short clip of it. I want to say like 3 minutes. And it was Jada, Willow, and Jada Mama. And they were talking. And they were talking about motherhood. And she dropped some jewels in there. And she said some shit. And when she said it, I saw myself in it. And I was like, okay, I see you. I hear you. And she basically was just talking about how being a mother sometimes, for a lot of mothers, they put themselves so far on the back burner that they're unhappy. And when they find themselves unhappy because they're not including themselves in their lives, they're not taking out the time to love on themselves and show themselves the love that they deserve. And love can be shown to yourself in so many ways. It ain't one way or even a handful. It's probably thousands, millions of ways to show yourself love. But it's just a matter of you and how that worked for you. But what she was saying is, when you don't show yourself love, you start looking for everybody else to do for you what you ain't doing for yourself. And when they don't do it either the way you want it or the way you need it, or when you want it or when you need it, now you're mad. But you're only mad at them because ultimately you mad at yourself. So she didn't say it like that. That's just how I broke it down. But that's basically what she was saying. And I connected with that. I was in that loop. I was in that cycle. You know what I mean? Like, I wholeheartedly connected with that. So from that point on, man, I just been working on like getting out of that. And at this point in my life, I can say I'm out of it. Like I'm not expecting her to do anything for me that I'm supposed to do for myself. Like, that's just it. It's like my only issue with her would only be something that in some kind of way violate my space. And by space, I don't mean like necessarily my physical space, but that too. But I really more so mean like my mental space, my emotional space, my spiritual space. Something that violate that, something that creates havoc in those spaces, or, you know, something like that. It wouldn't be no, I expect you to do da 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 da. You know what I mean? But it is one of them things though where it's like, you know, I would like this. I would appreciate it if I got that, you know what I mean? Or a little more of that, or a little less of this, or, you know, whatever. But that's just preference. We all got it. But the real key to me though is like, can you love somebody through that? But in order to do that, you got to love yourself despite your own limitations. Because everybody got their limitations. Can't nobody do everything you need. Nobody can fulfill you but you. You and God are the only things that can fulfill you. I can come in and feel some people, but I can't fill all her voids. You know what I mean? If any, to be really real. And that's vice versa. That go for everybody. So it's like, we just here to share the experience, man. You know, that's really how I see it. Like, we just here to share the experience, man. You like, this life shit is an experience, and it could be a great experience or a bad experience. It depends on what you attract and manifest. But we here to share that.
My bad.
No, you good. Go. I mean, I've been talking.
The funny thing is about you watching Jada, some years ago, while they the first initial, I guess, few episodes of Red Table Talk, up until now, like, you just really witnessing her own growth.
Definitely.
Are you witnessing her own growth through her life and in her journey, and what she battles with?
Yeah.
So, and even then, like, her doing these Red Table Talks is showing herself love. because
Definitely.
she went through her process. She's coming to the table to share and ask other people to share their stories, because it's a lot of those topics we don't touch on, we don't talk about.
Yeah, they talk about some shit. I ain't gonna lie, I like the Red Table Talk. I ain't watched a whole lot of them. I done probably watched maybe like 5 or 6 of them, but they dope. Like I like anything that starts positive conversation. That's it. And when I say positive, I don't mean like everything they talk about got to be hunky dory. I mean, we coming to this conversation with intentions of positivity. We want to gain understanding. We want to speak about something that might be in the dark. We want to shed light on it, and we want to shed light on it for the sake of educating people, informing people, enlightening people, helping people expand their understanding. We not just trying to like gossip and talk shit and tear people down. Like, they don't do that from what I've seen. I ain't never seen that. I when I watch Red Table Talk, I feel proud. You know what I mean? I don't feel like they make us as a people look bad. I feel proud. I'm like, damn, I'm glad that a group of women, especially like 3 generations of a family, is having this conversation. Like, that's dope. But
but to go back to insecurities.
Yeah.
Learn yours. Learn your insecurities.
Learn why you have them.
Yeah, learn what they are and why you have them.
Because if you don't know why, it's just like, why?
And it could be, it don't have to be one set thing, like one set reason why either, in my opinion. I think it could be multiple things.
Of course. Shit, yeah. Definitely. Hell yeah.
And sometimes you won't know what your insecurities are right off the bat. You will. Sometimes you have to go through some stuff and realize, like, oh dang, I didn't know that was there. That's them little thin cracks I was talking about. Like, you don't, within yourself, not within whatever relationship, whether friendship, couple relationship, or family relationship. Like, there is something, it might be something there within you that you didn't even know was there. You might have created it out of thin air.
What I really want to dive into is where they come from. Where do these insecurities? I'm a root nigga, so I'm always thinking about the root of a thing. Like, because at the root, you know the essence. And once you know the essence, you can get a very good understanding. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, what's the essence of the insecurity or the security? If you feel secure within yourself, why? Some people only feel secure when they got money. That's important to know, though. Because if you only feel secure when you got money, that means if you ever go broke, you're gonna break. You know what I'm saying? Because the money is the only thing that keep you together. And I know people like that. It's people like that who, if they got money, they good. If they don't have money, they crumble. They don't know how to still be happy, still be whole, still feel fulfilled. They don't know how to do that without money. But then you got some people who they insecure because of all of this lack that they see, that they have. And maybe they lack it, and maybe they don't lack it, but they just think they lack it. But even if you lack something, that's not the end all be all. I mean, if you don't have it today, maybe you can have it tomorrow. Maybe you can have it next week. Maybe you can have it next year. Maybe it's not meant for you to have. Either one is a win-win to me. But you just gotta go with that flow, man. Like, you gotta go with that flow, man. Like, it's just, I'm learning and I'm working every day to get in the mentality to not think in a way like this should be, should. I'm trying to really get out of that. And I don't want to say trying, I am getting out of that. I'm getting out of the thought of this supposed to be that way. It like as if something is wrong, as if God making a mistake. You know what I mean? Like, everything that's happening is definitely supposed to be happening the way it's supposed to be happening. There ain't no, oh, I was supposed to do this, but instead I did that. Like, nah, you're doing what you had to do in the vibration that you're in. You know what I mean? It's options now. Don't get me wrong. It's options. But them options don't necessarily mean you were supposed to do that. Maybe you weren't prepared or didn't know enough at that time to choose a better option, which is why you chose the option you chose, which wasn't technically the better option, but ultimately it is the better option because it's going to put you in an experience that's going to teach you and prepare you to make the better option when you make your choice next time. And then you'll be ready for it. Does that make sense? You follow what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like, you know what I mean? Like, so when you look at it like that, it's like, damn, well, what's really wrong? What's really wrong? And not to say that ain't nothing wrong, because we still got to hold each other accountable, but that is something to think about, though. Like, damn, what if August Alsina had to do that? What if that was exactly what was supposed to happen for everybody involved in that situation? Like, what if every time you found yourself in a hard relationship with somebody, like no relationships that just hard on you, what if those weren't mistakes? What if you didn't find yourself in that bad situation because you did something wrong? What if you found yourself in that bad situation because you did something right? You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know. I really strongly believe when you kind of change your mentality like that, you chop out a lot of the insecurities. A lot of this shit that feeds your insecurity, which is a lot of times the unknown, self-doubt, or just doubt, period. Or just, I don't know exactly what's going to happen and why and how. Like, not having enough information. But when you realize, like, this is happening how it's supposed to happen, you feel a lot less insecure, but that's hard as fuck to do.
Very.
That's hard as fuck
to
do.
I struggle with that a lot.
I just broke that shit down to you, and I still struggle with that.
I struggle with that on an everyday basis.
Why you think we struggle with that? Well, why you think you struggle with that? Let's say that.
I guess it's because I don't know how to let stuff go, like we was talking about before. Or am I veering?
Say what you gotta say. I don't. It don't sound like you veering, but shit, if you is veering, they call it. It's two lanes in the street.
Sure, no, I just want to make sure I'm on the mark right now.
Yeah, it's 2 lanes. You sound like you in the same lane though. But if not, I will. We riding. That's it?
I'm thinking.
Okay. She'll be back after her commercial break. Because I know that's going to take some time probably. But for me though, like when I think about my own insecurities, I think they're really being fueled. Sometimes they fueled by my love. Like my love for somebody. You know what I mean? Like to the point where you love somebody so much you trust them. You trust their word. You know what I mean? You trust that they won't say no fuck shit about you, no bullshit about you. You trust that what they say about you is gonna be real. So when they say it, you receive it and you take it in. But the thing is, a lot of times it's the people who love you the most or the people you love the most who be the ones that break you the most. Sometimes just cause y'all love each other don't mean that everything they say to you or about you is valid. Sometimes it's just not valid. Like, it's just not valid sometimes. Sometimes it's just like, hey, you think you know, but you don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yes, that ties into not letting stuff go when you've been told something about yourself that you really wholeheartedly believed because the person that you love has told you that, or someone that you liked told you that, or you thought liked you told you that, and you automatically believe it.
Yeah, you receive that shit. That shit go in.
Because you don't see yourself, so it's like, dang, it gotta be true, you know, like.
But it don't though.
So then you hold it and harbor it and start believing it. Then eventually you become it and don't even know you're becoming it.
Yeah, it's a cycle.
And now it's hard to get out of because now it's a habit.
It's become you. It's not on you no more. It's in you. That's subconscious, man.
And it's hard to break out of it when you've been doing it for years and don't know that you've been doing it. Then when you're faced with it, you don't want to believe it because because it's ugly sometimes. I don't think insecurities are pretty. I could be wrong. But
it's how you see it.
But I mean, they can be beautiful flaws, yeah, if you want to say it that way. But when you first see them and you realize you've become what you don't really like, or you see things in yourself that you don't really like, it's like, I don't want to believe that. Like, that can't be me. That, like, no. Now your ego is in effect. You got to protect your ego, so now you're defensive.
But insecurity comes from nothing but the ego. That is the ego.
But then you fighting the one that you love. Eventually, later on down the line, who's not even treating you or said what that person in the past said that you love. So it's
the ego, man.
It's like you're fighting within, and then you're fighting outward too.
But that's always how it go. As above, so below. Same shit. As inside, on the outside.
And it's very tiring. It's tiring. But you don't even realize you in the fight until afterwards.
But what do you do about it? That's the question. That's the $1 million question. You know what I mean? Like, once you figure out the why, then what? Once you know, like, oh, okay, I'm insecure because of this person who said this and I believe this, or I'm insecure because I saw how these people got treated good for being however they are. They could be like slim or strong or pretty, have long hair, whatever. But you see how these people get treated differently and held in high regard, and you know you different and you don't get treated like that. So you connect the dots to yourself in your own room, in your little corner by yourself, and you say, oh, okay, I'm not good enough. But in reality, that might not even be the case. And even so, if you ain't good enough for that group of people, you know how many people in the world? You know what I'm saying? Like, so what if that group of people don't praise you or hold you in high regard, but it's the ego who needs that? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you can strip your ego, I don't want to say strip it because you need it. It's your identity to an extent. But if you can control your ego, tame your ego, put it in its proper place, I think we'll have, as a people, a better chance of overcoming our insecurity and doing away with it for good. Like, because it really just stems from the ego. Every insecurity you have, when you really think about it, you can't even address it in your mind or to somebody else. Like, for real, you can't tell what your insecurity is without using the word I. You gonna say I. You might not say I, but you're gonna say I'm or I am. But that I gonna be in there. You know what I mean? And the thing is, this the crazy shit, right? You have the I with how you express and feel and recognize your insecurity, because it's all about you. You think it's about the other people you compare yourself to, but it's really about you. It's 100% about how you see you. If you appreciate what you have instead of wishing you had something you don't, you wouldn't be as insecure. But the world programmed us to say, hey, that's what they got. I want that too. Instead of saying, I'm glad they got that. I'm glad I got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like where you look, outward or inward.
If we were to put everything together that has been placed in our face to make us believe we're supposed to look like this and this and this, what would it look like?
Ugly. It'll look ugly. It'll look like a bunch
We
of
get
mess.
fed-
It'll look like a mess, like a bunch of shit.
We get fed so much stuff. We don't even know what this image is we trying to achieve. Do we really know the image that we're trying to achieve? Like fully?
Not really. We have ideas, I think. We have an idea. Because check this out. One of the main reasons I say we don't really know, because for those of us who actually manage to actually achieve that, it don't make us happy. It don't fulfill us. We still be miserable. You would think a rich man would be good, but a lot of times they not. A lot of time they going through it. You know what I'm saying? So like, but this the thing, right? This is the thing. I love words. Words mean so much to me. Shit. Words mean so much to me. I really need another bottle of water. I'm probably gonna get up and get one on y'all ass. But anyway, I'm good. Thank you though. I-N, secure. If you were in a secure mind state, you wouldn't be insecure. But it's funny how a word that means you're not secure on the surface clearly says you're insecure. Secure, you secured, you good, you solid with it. You know what I mean? So it's just ironic because the real thing to me is you have to find something to be secure in when you're insecure. If you feel like, damn, I'm not good in this, okay, well, you might not be good at that, but what are you secure in? If you're insecure about that, what are you secure in? And if you can just focus on what you're secure in, or if you're insecure about something you actually need to improve on, like it's something you need to work on, give yourself the time to be secure in that. Feed your mind, feed yourself, like feed yourself knowledge, learn more about it, educate yourself, enlighten yourself. Because if you got more knowledge on something, you can do something better. So if you feel like you lacking in this area, just educate yourself on it. Insecure is a product of ignorance. You feel insecure because you don't have enough knowledge on something. You're not as prepared for it as you need to be or would like to be. And because of that, you fear the unknown. You don't fear the unknown when you know you prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? You don't fear it when you know you prepared for it. I don't trip off the unknown in most cases because I know I'm prepared for it. In our relationship, sometimes that shit is terrifying. You know what I mean? Like, it can be really terrifying because I love her with all I am. And sometimes when we hit them rough patches in our relationship, I don't know if we gonna make it to the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Sometimes it be so Blyke that I can't see shit. And I'm just like, I don't even know if we moving. You know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking dark. I don't even know if this shit is moving. Like, I feel motion, but at the same time, it's like, I can't see shit. So I don't even know if it, like, it only partially registers to me that we're moving. But
You don't know the direction.
I mean,
you don't know if you're sitting still. You don't know if you're going backwards. You don't know if you're going to the side, forward.
It's just black. You don't see nothing moving past you. You don't see nothing. It's just black. And you would think if you're going forward, eventually you'll see a peak of something. It's just black. You know what I mean? But that's how it be in your mind, in your spirit, in your heart, wherever. It be like that sometimes. So it's just crazy, man. But I think though we gotta be secure in how God made us. Like, we gotta stop comparing ourselves to the world and remind ourselves like God made us like that, man. It's a reason for this. And I'm talking to myself. We talking to everybody. Ain't nobody is immune to being insecure. Everybody insecure about something. Everybody. If you say you're not, you lying. You know what I mean? You lying. Or maybe you just mistaken. Maybe you just hadn't gotten to know yourself on that level yet, but give it time. Life is a master teacher. You know what I mean? But it's just, I don't know, man. I see security. I see security do so much good for people, but I see insecurity do so much bad, dog. Like, that shit poisons everything. It poisons the spirit. It poisons the mind. It poisons the heart. It poisons relationships. It poisons business. It poisons talent. It poisons dreams. It poisons accomplishments and potential. It poisons anything it's in. Anything insecurity is in, it poisons it. It corrupts it. It taints it. And slowly but surely, just like a virus, if you don't get that antidote or some kind of treatment to contain it or something, it's going to break you down and kill you. And not necessarily literally, you know what I mean? But it'll kill your spirit. It'll kill your character. It'll kill your joy. It'll kill your peace. It'll kill your love. You know what I mean? So it's like, at all costs, man, we got to find a reason and a way to be secure within ourselves. Be solid. You know what I mean? Like, be solid, dog. Like, be solid with that shit. Like, because I have my insecurities, but at the same time, I'm solid, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be solid regardless. Like, because guess what? I might be insecure about that, but I find security in this. I'm going to combat that one way or another. If I can't attack it face on right now, if I don't know how right now, that's cool. I'm going to face it over here, though. I'm going to come over here and find something that's going to empower me and give me the strength to fight that over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to do what work for you, man. Everybody operate different and got different tactics. I'm a scientist with a lot of this shit, so I put a lot of thought into how I maneuver. But you just got to find what work for you. But I can tell you what ain't going to work for you. Being insecure and not trusting yourself, not believing in yourself, not loving yourself, that ain't going to never work in your favor. It's going to poison everything. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I love you too much to not tell you this, because I know you, whoever you is, I know you know what I'm talking about. Like, you gotta know what I'm talking about, whether past, present, and if not, you gonna know in the future. But you know you're eventually gonna see. I'm not telling you no lies. Like, insecurity poisons everything, man.
I had been so broken down before, to the point where I lost weight. And was bitter. I was bitter. I was super bitter. Like, just at the world. Like, I'm nice and I smile and laugh and everything when I'm around people, but my initial face, I was completely mugging to the point where people didn't even want to speak to me. So
It just made me think of something.
what?
Nah, it's not important. It's something funny. I'll show
And?
you on YouTube. You ever seen that video? I want to say Dormtainment made it. I can't remember the name of the company, but it's these cartoons. The same people who did the Birdman and Lil Wayne cartoons. They got one when they be like mugging. It'd be like a little drill. It'd be like a little drill sergeant. Yeah. But anyway, it just made me think about that. You mugging, mug.
But yeah, I was walking around with what they call now the resting bitch face, and didn't know that I was until my cousin told me and another friend told me, like, yeah, man, I didn't really want to talk to you much during that time. And I realized, like, it was unhealthy. It was very unhealthy. And I had to work myself out of that. I had to constantly every day, like, tell myself, like, you're not bitter, like, you're happy, like, you're not, you know what I'm saying, just to get out of that little slump. It worked, but you literally have to do it constantly. And it does get aggravating, because how you realize how frequent you have to tell yourself to do stuff over and over and over and over again, because it's such a habit you created. But it can be changed. You can get out of your insecurities.
So that brings me to my next point. What do you do when you insecure in a relationship? Because now, mind you, I just was saying insecurity poisons everything. So if you're in a relationship and y'all both insecure, depending on how you handle your insecurities and what areas you insecure in, you could fuck around and poison your relationship. What do you do when your insecurities seep into your relationship and poisons your relationship? What do you do when your insecurity starts killing the connection between you and your partner? What do you do when your insecurity stop you from ever even really connecting with your partner? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we could talk to the sunrise about like different shit you can do, but it's different for different people. What do you do? Because I'm pretty sure if you're in a relationship, you're dealing with insecurities. If you're dealing with humans, you're dealing with insecurities. You might not know it, but you're dealing with some insecurities one way or another if you're dealing with humans. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like, how do you overstand that? How do you overstand that, elevate and rise above that and handle that? And even if you don't handle it, don't allow it to weigh you down and stop your progression, stop your growth. How do you do that? You know what I mean? Like, what happens when you find yourself in a relationship and you can't have conversations? You know what I mean? Like, y'all can't talk on certain levels because one or both people are insecure. Or you can't talk, not even talk, you can't connect on certain levels because somebody's not cool with opening up, or somebody ain't cool with whatever. You know what I mean? It's so many ways for us to connect, but it's like, how do you as a couple maneuver that? You know what I mean? Like, because how we maneuver that might be different from how you and yours might maneuver it, but you gotta maneuver it. If you trying to save it, if you trying to save the relationship, you gotta maneuver it some kind of way. You gotta work around that and maintain what y'all have until y'all can get rid of that, or until you can get, really, whoever the person is with the insecurity got to get rid of it. But how though? You know what I mean? And like, for me personally, you just gotta remove that ego, man. You gotta know that that's your ego, and you gotta say, hey man, my ego playing tricks on me. Fuck that nigga right now. Like, fuck that nigga right now. Like, I need you when I need you, but right now I don't need you. So chill out, because you trying to tell me that something wrong with me when this how God made me. You trying to tell me something wrong with me just because I'm not like him, but I ain't supposed to be like him. I'm supposed to be like me. I ain't supposed to be like her. I'm supposed to be like me. I ain't supposed to be like them. I'm supposed to be like me. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you can get that in your brain, if you can program that in your subconscious mind, that to me would be a great start to overcome whatever insecurity you have. Because 9 times out of 10, you either insecure from comparing yourself, or you're insecure because you're dealing with somebody who hurt you, broke you, was careless with you, didn't handle you with care, and they scarred you or they broke you in some type of way, and now you have trust issues with that person. Now, if that's the case, you got to really ask yourself, are you strong enough after that damage, after you took that blow? Are you strong enough to continue carrying on with that baggage, with that load on you? Because when the trust broke, it's hard for a relationship to stay afloat. Like, that shit hard. Some people somehow make it out. Maybe it's a maturity thing. Maybe it's a communication thing. Maybe it's a commitment thing. It could be a bunch of shit. But some people make it out. Most of us, though, when that trust get broken, most of us never see the light of day again. Not in that relationship. It be done. That's that Chris Rock shit. You been together 8 years, breaking up for 4? Yeah, that 4th year, somebody got some shit on the side. Somebody got some shit on the side, you know what I mean? And or somebody lied, or somebody got caught texting somebody in a way they weren't supposed to be texting. You know what I mean? Something happened that broke that trust. And now them next 4 years, y'all nigga basically breaking up. You don't know it though until you broke up. And I done lived that. I have lived that. I know exactly what that's like. Like that's that shit for the birds. That shit for the birds. I don't wish that on nobody. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. It's like, what better remedy for insecurity would it be than love? Like just loving yourself. That's really what it all boiled down to. Like everything we saying really ultimately boiled down to just loving yourself, man. Love yourself enough to choose the positive route and not the negative route. Love yourself enough to choose the bright side and not the dark side. Love yourself enough to pick yourself up and don't drown in a puddle of tears. Like, you gotta love yourself, man. You gotta love yourself so much that if the whole world hates you, it don't throw you out in alignment with yourself. You still in alignment with you because you love you. And the thing about self-love is, if I forgive myself, I can forgive her. Motherfucking Transformers. Yeah, y'all. Look, man. I know these relationships get hard, especially if you done put in some time, man. My suggestion, you know what I mean, from experience and from just learning, like find something to fight for that's bigger than you, man. Don't just fight for you. You know what I mean? It's two type of people in an argument. It's one person fighting to be right, and it's one person fighting for the truth. You know what I mean? Like, which one are you? Is the one person fighting? When I say truth, that could also be understanding, because you want to understand the truth. Find something to fight for bigger than you, man. Faith over fear. Faith over fear. Understand that the root to the insecurities are fear. You are afraid. Remove that fear, and the insecurities don't have power. But it's hard, and you're going to have to dig deep. Whatever you battling with, you can overcome it. It ain't no such thing as, I can't overcome this. You can overcome it. You might have to think a little harder on it. You might have to be a little more creative with it. You might have to approach that shit different. You might have to change your whole life, like your whole lifestyle, how you do shit, how you move, how you think, how you feel. You know what I mean? How you maneuver in conversations, whatever. You might have to change damn near everything. But that's a small price to pay to be your best self, though. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm telling you, man, the insecurities are poison. So y'all, like, love yourself, man. Please love yourself, dog. Please love yourself, man. Love yourself, man. If you married, you really got to love yourself, because your spouse, your partner, they need your love, man. They need it. It ain't going to last if it's one-sided. Like, y'all both got to show up with your heart in your hand, man. You know what I mean? Put the gun up. Like, where your heart at? You know what I mean? And y'all gotta be willing to give that to each other. Like I give her my heart. Like it ain't always easy. So, cause like I say, like sometimes, man, this shit be terrifying to me, cause it's just like, damn, like I hope I'm not tripping and seeing this as something that it's not. Cause in my mind, this shit forever. But it's like, I hope I'm not seeing it wrong, and then I find out that it ain't forever, and then I be disappointed as fuck. But at the same time, ultimately, I know, even though initially I'll be heartbroken, eventually I'll learn to just be happy that it even happened. Cause this a soulmate. Like, this somebody that I'ma fuck with no matter what happened. You know what I mean? Under whatever circumstances. This somebody that I'ma fuck with and love, cause I just love her. She's the other side of me. We two halves of the same soul. This is me in a different form. And for me to not love her would be for me not to love myself. And for me to not love myself would be for me to not love her. And I really wish, I don't know if you really understand that, but if not, I really wish you understood that a little more. Like, we with us being split in two like that, it's super important that we love each other. You know what I mean? Like, because it's literally loving yourself.
I thought about that
Like
recently,
literally loving yourself. Like, I look at that like, damn, if I treat you bad, I'm treating me bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've thought about that recently.
That ass, man. But y'all, like, fight for love, man. It take two. It take two, man. Fight, man. Hold on, man. When y'all in that dark space together, hold hands through that shit, man. Like, don't let go, dog. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to. Sometimes that's the right thing to do. Only you will know. But please don't make that decision when you in your feelings. Calm down and think about it. Like, really think about it. Weigh it out. Don't make an emotional decision. Like, unless you making one off intuition. Now, if it's intuition, follow it. But if it's just feelings, think that shit through, bruh. Think that shit through. But yeah, man, I'm your host, Joe Henson.
I'm Briley.
We are Blyke Love. We love y'all, man. We want y'all to be good. Y'all be safe out here. Y'all continue to social distance, man. Take care of yourself. Have respect for your space and the space of everyone around you. You know what I mean? Let's social distance, man. Wear these masks, man. Mask up on they neck. Fuck Future. Mask up. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, mask on, because we don't need nobody else dying, man. Too many more people. A lot more people catching this shit. The numbers is spiking back up. So we just gotta we gotta get on top of it, man. We don't want to lose. I don't want to lose no more people. Like, I ain't lost nobody personally, but I don't want anybody to die. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that. So let move smart out here, y'all. And continue to spread love, continue to spread Blyke love, continue to spread Black love, and please do something every day to make you smile. Show yourself that love. Love who you are. Yeah, juggle that shit. I ain't gonna even do it. But juggle that shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is a very personal episode for me. You know what I mean? Because I connect with it on a personal level, and with her, and with friends I know, family members. It's so many people I know who can connect with this particular episode. So it's heavy for me, man. But we love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good day, man. Thank God for every day. Realize every day a good day if you alive to see it. You know what I mean? And count your blessings. And damn, it feel good to be lame. We out this bitch. Hey, we didn't know that was about to happen just like that. That's how that's that Blyke love shit. That's right. Y'all just saw it in real time. That's that Blyke love shit. Right there.